men's 800 metres. Well, the pace that's been asked for is 49.2 through the first 400 metres. That will take them to 600 in 1:15, which is pretty much what they did last week. The target is the world lead of that 1:41.56. There is Lemur coming across from the left. Arop instantly recognisable. Now he likes to front run. We were asking him yesterday, will that change your tactics, having seen what happened in Paris? Will that make you do something a little bit different? He said, no, I think I'll run my own race. At the moment, he's just tucked in there in third place. Tecianu has gone with Lemur as they go through 200 metres. This looks pretty lively again. Sajati, look, is about fourth or fifth. Ben Patterson just on his inside. Lemur, though, taking him through at a good lick. Tecianu is going with him, and here we are at the bell.
Tecianu had not much option. He was in lane one. You've either got to get out hard or you're going to get in traffic, so he went out hard. He might pay for that. Arop will be pleased, and he did that. I think Arop's got a good chance here. There might be some tired legs from Sunday from that incredible race, so he's got a test here. Will he stand up to it? And he's doing what we expect him to do. He's hitting it hard from 250 out.
Arop is leading the way, leading from the front. Quietly spoken, but very aggressive. The smiling assassin, if you like, and there is Sajati. It's 200 metres to go when he turns on the afterburners. He's done it so many times before. The Kenyan is still in there as well. Here comes Tual on his shoulder. Less than 200 to go. Sajati's away again. The handbrake's off. Now then, can he do it for a fourth time out of four? Starting to rock and roll a little bit. Arop's gone. Tual. Ben Patterson coming wide. It's another victory again. Let's keep an eye on the clock. Oh my goodness! He's done it again! It's even quicker. 1:41.46. Stunning. Simply stunning. It's another national record. It's another world lead. Does this man never get tired? And in the end, it's Atawi who came through for second. Tual fading to third. I say fading, he still ran 1:42.10. This is extraordinary. The men's 800 metres is just gone to a different level.
Well, the guys are rewriting how to run it. You know, this is very different. And we've been discussing it the last week or two. I think shoes are making a difference, not in terms of the speed they're running, but they're going out harder, not getting as tired, committing to a really fast first lap, and are definitely being able to then keep going and run off this really fast pace. But it's not just one or two doing it. They're all believing that they can do it. Incredible performances there all the way.
Well, away they go. Ball third from left. Top left of picture is tall, long striding, and into running straight away. And moving aggressively here. She's already well up on Lena Nielsen, second to left outsider, the British number one. Set a personal best over 400, did Nielsen, second to left, and yet she's being left in the wake here of Femke Bol, long before 200 metres. Bol leading at the moment, going well on the outside is Andronette Knight, but also going well in lane 4 is Rochelle Clayton, the Jamaican, who is so consistent. But look at Bol here, comes into the straight now with a lead of about 6 or 7 metres, still hurdling beautifully. Watch the clock, conditions here are great, we know that. This is going to be quick. Bol striding away in what is an exhibition performance. Good battle for second there between Clayton and Shamir Little. Little coming through for second. But look at Bol. Watch the clock. 51.30. It's a new meeting record. Improves her own meeting record from last year. Well, that is special from Bol. Only herself and McLaughlin Ravone have gone faster this year. Shamir Little, a season's best, 52.78 there in that battle for second place. She is the 5th fastest in history, Little, and that is only a click outside her lifetime best. Great run from her in lane 5, well-judged effort. But Femke Bol here, Chris, I got the impression she also wanted some competition down the home straight here. What is the 4th fastest performance of all time?
Well, it was her against the clock, as you said, right at the top of the race. And what will please, I'm sure, her coach, Laurent Mervely, is that she was aggressive over the first 200. That was the only criticism I think that she hinted at in the press conference, that he wants her to go out hard, and she did. She ate into the other two athletes on her outside very, very quickly indeed, and it was indeed her against the clock. She's got this new stride pattern for the last couple of years, 14 steps and then chops down to 15 for the last 3 barriers, but brilliant, brilliant. 4th all time, and that, as you say, is hotting up to be one of the events in Paris in the Olympic Games. Boll against McLaughlin-Levrone. It really is mouth-watering.
It is indeed, yes, many people's favourite. One simple lap of the track here at the London Stadium. Fastest time in the world this year is by a certain Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. There's a sobering thought for Femke Boll, who ran so well in the 400-metre hurdles half an hour or so ago. She won in 51.30, but Levrone is a 48-second 400-metre run. She's not here, though. Talitha Diggs it. She's in lane 8th. 8th in Budapest last year at the World Championships. 5th in the world indoors, the American. Lavia Nielsen goes in lane 7, 2nd in the UK Olympic trials. She's going to Paris. Set a personal best just a couple of weeks ago in Paris. 50.67. They're in lane 6. Nikisha Price, the world number 2 this year. She's also the Jamaican champion, and she won the NCAAs a couple of months back. She's in fine form, is Price. Natalia Kaczmarek, she is the European champion, won in a personal best in Rome just a few weeks ago. Silver medalist from Budapest, very consistent at pole in 5. Amber Anning, the new find of Great Britain over 1 lap this year. She's the world number 9. She's the 3rd fastest Briton of all time behind Christina Hurugou and Kathy Cook. She goes in 4th. There is Lika Klaver, the European Championship bronze medalist, very consistent, prolific racer, fully committed, always goes out very hard. Watch the Dutch athlete in 3. Lina Irby-Jackson goes in 2, a semi-finalist in those US Championships. Has a gold from the heats of the 4x400 at the last Olympic Games. The American, and in lane 1 is Victoria Hurugou. Yes, the younger sister of the great Christina Hurugou herself, who was a World Olympic, Commonwealth and European champion. She won a season's best last Sunday with Victoria Hurugou. She won't be happy with that lane draw, lane 1, but 51.03 in La Chaux de Fonds just last Sunday, 6 days ago. Makes sure she should be in the conversation here today. It's the first 400 of this meeting since 2021. 16 women this year already under 50 seconds. That is the benchmark these days for world-class one-lap run. World best 48.75 by Sydney.
But Keely Hodgkinson, who pulled out of this race here last year very late on, has a chance to set this stadium alight. Women's 800 metres. Well, the pacing asked of Erin Wallace is to go through 400 metres in 56.50. That would put her on British record pace, a British record held already by Keely Hodgkinson, who has matured so much over the last couple of years. She will have seen Athing Mu, of course, fail to qualify for the Olympics. That's increased her chances as well. Wallace has gone out really quickly there. Hodgkinson, who's matured and can win from so many different positions with Riki on her shoulder. And they've gone through the first 200 metres very, very quickly indeed, looking to go through in about 26.5. They haven't quite gone with the pace set, but it's a more measured opening 300 metres for Hodgkinson with Riki on her shoulder and Natoya Gould-Toppin in 3rd place. Let's keep an eye on the clock as they come through in front of us for the first time, with Hodgkinson in a perfect position with Riki on her shoulder.
Yeah, they go through the bell there, and it's good pace making, 55.58. It was a little bit too quick. That's why Riki and Hodgkinson are sitting back. The rest of the pack got caught a little bit because Natoya Gould-Toppin, after about 200, slowed markedly. They were sort of trapped behind her. Hodgkinson and Riki were ahead and got that slight gap, but this is a perfect situation for Hodgkinson. 250 to go. She loves to wind it up from here.
So does Riki, though. Riki is still in there, and these two are starting to open up with just over 200 to go. Hodgkinson has got 60,000 people urging her on. The expectations are high. She had to pull out last year with illness, but she's here in fine form, but she still hasn't shaken off Riki just yet. Riki, who has a really strong finish, but Hodgkinson going through the gears. Let's keep an eye on the clock. She looks as though she's barely breaking sweat into the final 80 metres. Riki looks to really be struggling now, but Hodgkinson has kept her line. Let's keep an eye on the clock. 1:55, remember, is the British record, and she got it. 1:55. Oh, it's a new world lead. 1:54.61. She's beaten her own British record. Job done, Keely Hodgkinson, and she will get on the Eurostar or on the plane, whatever her mode of transport, and head to Paris in fine form. What a performance, 6th fastest in history, 1:54.61. It could not have got any better for Keely Hodgkinson.
Well, that is a massive statement. She said she wanted the British record here, and she has smashed her own British record. And more importantly, she's gone quicker than the vast majority of her current rivals. That lifts her in the all-time rankings above the likes of Mo, who didn't even make the American team anyway. But she's working hard here. The pressure from Riki was a massive help. She would have been aware that Riki was there. She'd have heard her breathing. She'd have sensed her presence. It made her work this last 70 metres, and dipping at the line there. Absolutely wise to what was going on around her all the way, even though she front ran it in effect over that last 300 metres. Superb from Keely Hodgkinson, and Riki too, broaching new ground, 1:55.61, a massive personal best for her. And Georgia Bell in third, a big personal best, Chris, a 1:23 for the Brits. The crowd loved that one.
Well, it was always going to be on paper the centrepiece of this afternoon here at the London Diamond League, and so far it has delivered.